You should have ready on your characters to be at the level 100. You should have pick your own characters that you are comfortable with and equip your characters on their abilities, equipment, and accessories. Choose the right summons for your character. Purchase the items for your party that you feel it will be useful for the final battle. In the main scenario, 000, you have to accomplish the final realm to defeat on the 5th floor, which is the final boss. It can be a hard time to defeat this boss because it had more HP than you think. That has more than 100,000 HP. It makes more 10 buttons for a character to defeat, making your 5-character party more equipped to survive on the final boss battle. So before defeating the boss in the final stage, equip first with the following items and have a party makes you comfortable to defeat. Make sure your party has an HP advantage when attacking an opponent. Make sure that HP damage had more area to deal your opponent's damage. Have the following items such as the blue gem, which has the bravery plus 60, life resin, which has an HP plus 1000 and can cause 100% breakability, but it is really useful when you have to serve more HP. Equipped with the muscle belt, which has an physical damage. Also equipped Lipaju, which your character can have a second chance. When your HP is 0, it will convert your bravery to HP, and it will break upon use. This makes a very useful help when your character had a deck which you did not expect. Usefully reborn your character when your character is defeated. On your second character on your party, choose which is more can deal with more damage and have more HP. So equip second character with also with the following: the Valor Resin, which has 200%. Equip your characters which has the more ability with near opponent accessory. Equip the opponent break accessory because this can affect when opponent is suffering from break, making your accessory rings such as the muscle belt and earring, which can cause physical damage plus 7% and effects by this opponent break accessory by effect 1.3 times. With the hero's essence, CP plus 30 can be more useful when equipping more abilities on your character. So equip hero's essence to have more gauge on equipping more abilities to your character. Now let's get started. Make sure your characters are in ready and go to the Moogle to restore your HP. It will fully restore your party's HP. Make sure check all the necessary changes before you go to the battle. Don't let your hopes and dreams fall down every time you are defeated with the final boss, Feral Chaos. Now I have Golbez doing the Genesis Rock HP attack with the Feral Chaos. This is my first character on my party, so I expect this to have dealt more damage at an ease, making more damage to the final boss. It makes more easy to defeat the final boss with my other characters in the party. Now, having damage with Feral Chaos, don't let your hopes down and always knew how to evade his attacks. Having more experience on having battles with him makes having more knowledge on the speed on his attacks. Don't worry on his speed attacks. It proves that the final boss is being more aggressive. It proves the final boss is in his aggressiveness. The summon that the final boss had is dangerous to deal with, but With extra carefulness, the summon that the final boss had can inflict an increase of his bravery to the maximum. So be careful when the final boss had a bravery of 999 because it can cause your defeat. As you can see, the final boss really attacks after you inflict an HP attack. So be careful on that and dodge always after an HP attack. Do not hesitate to attack your opponent always because being aggressive on your opponent, such as the final boss, can cause your defeat. On your party, make sure your 5 characters had a percentage. To deal with the damage, you can portion your first character to have initialized the 20% damage on the final boss, and then the other characters will only deal with the 20%. It makes more easy of your 5 characters in your party to deal with the damage to Feral Chaos HP. Make sure also when you're equipping on your abilities, equip the experience to HP. It makes more easy to have more HP when inflicting HP attacks. Another technique is going up in the air. This stage has more less area to be with, but more height on it than its width. So take an advantage on its height of the stage. Had yourself defended. Take note that defense offense is your best defense. After Chaos had an HP attack, make sure you block, because it is the best defense for your counter attack. It makes more damage when your opponent is blocked when you're having a counter attack. Get your focus on and be relaxed as you can, because having aggressiveness can make your defeat. So make sure be at your best defense because it will make you win. Making sure your block was fast after he dealt an extra attack, because speed of Feral Chaos is more than to deal with, and also dodge every time as you can. Well, having battle with Feral Chaos has been the experience that you will take, so don't yourself get down. When you fail, battle again and have your strength back. Have your strategy be your guide to your win. After a long battle with Chaos, you will notice that you had more dealt damage. It makes more advantage on you on having dealt him to death. So don't be afraid to lose hope. With the right timing and strategy, your win to defeat Feral Chaos can be assured. You see, now you can defeat him just one strike with a 6 HP. Now that's the final blow. Yeah. Now you have your victory to your last fight. Now this concludes this tutorial, which has been cleared all your way completing Final Fantasy Dissidia Duodecim, and good luck.